Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Curler's Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic. My name is Austin Reinen, and alongside me today is James Runge.
Hey, Austin, how's it going?
It's going great, James.
You ready for draw number 3 of the day today?
Yes, and we have a fantastic matchup. We have an all-Manitoba game between Team Kate Cameron and Team Beth Peterson.
Excellent. Both were winners earlier this morning at the 9 o'clock draw, so this is a big one to stay alive in the A side.
Yes, indeed. We have our first rock in the house from Melissa Gordon-Kurz.
Going deep there a little bit, hey?
Yeah. Team Cameron has a hammer and yellow rocks in this first stand. And Kate will ask for a hit from her lead, Mackenzie Elias.
Looking like we're going for a little bit of an open first ender to get our sliders wet maybe on the ice, hey?
Yeah, especially
No, looks like a hit and roll out here.
wait, just a little soft on that one. And Melissa will look to put one in the top four this time.
Just a reset.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Kate puts up the corner guard if this one is not in the top four.
Good call, good call. She goes on the offense now, right?
Potentially, yeah. If it's back four, back eight, I think I would call it for the corner guard in this scenario.
Here we go. We're going with the open. Kate's staying on that.
Yeah, she knows what's up. She's been in this situation a million times. Even like
Chip under their belt as well at the beginning of the year. Reached just coming off another final a couple weeks ago, so they're going to stick to their game plan pretty strong, I would think.
yeah. Peterson was very much in control of that game. It was not as easy for Kate Cameron. They had to steal in an extra end against Calgary's Caitlin Bowman.
Yeah, Bowman really came on and did some steals of her own later in that game and forced the hand.
From second Taylor McDonald. So we're just gonna give you some fun facts about some of these players right now. We'll start with the second for Team Peterson, Catherine Dirksen.
What do you got for us on Catherine?
She has played in the Scotties before the national championship as part of Team Peterson in the Calgary bubble. Fun fact, Melissa Gordon-Kurz was not on that team. Brittany Tran, our amazing chairwoman at this event, was sparing in that event.
And of course, Brittany, as we know, part of Team Skrillex, current Alberta champions as well.
Yeah, a team that got off a really good, solid victory in the second draw earlier today.
Yeah, that's right. Also winners today. Earlier today, they'll be back on the ice at 9 o'clock tonight.
And they'll be in a tilt against BC's Corinne Brown.
Yes. Got some good games.
Yeah. the second Taylor McDonald. She has been to the Scotties a good couple of times, and she was semi-finalist in that bubble with Laura Walker.
Yes. Another familiar name here at the Autumn Gold Classic is Nadine Scotland, who was also curling with them at the time, and now Nadine is here working on the planning committee, I believe.
Yeah, she's been doing a fantastic job of setting a lot of things up. I haven't seen Nadine in a couple of years, so earlier today it was just really nice to see her and check on her, see how she's doing.
Definitely. That was the first face I saw when I walked in the club today, actually, was Nadine. It was the same thing, haven't seen her in a while, but always fun to see a smiling face, and Nadine's got one of the nicest smiling faces you can see, so very welcoming.
Fun fact, earlier today she actually had a bug in her glasses.
That's what that noise was downstairs.
Yeah. So we just have Kelsey Rock, who of course two-time Canadian and World Junior Champion with two different lineups, no less. And she has also been one of those players originally from Alberta that's been really close to qualifying for the Scotties, but hasn't quite done that. She's also competed in the 2021 Olympic trials.
Correct, yes. And a nice ad there, actually, for Beth Peterson to bring in Kelsey Rock this season. This is a new look for them to be combined and curling together, and they've found it to be a pretty successful tandem, I'd say.
So far, yeah. Kelsey debuted with the team at the end of last season at the Best of the West, and they made the final, I believe, losing to Corinne Brown. Of course, Corinne Brown, two-time defending champ of that event.
Definitely.
We just saw a nice little hit and roll from third Megan Walter, who played in last year's Scotties, skipping a team as one of those 3 wild cards.
Yeah, also had a really good season last year. People may remember Megan Walter and Abby Ackland as the duo, kind of the back-end duo of that team, and had a really good breakout season, and then kind of went their separate ways, and now here we see Megan with Kate.
And this is a fantastic fit. I mean, who better than Kate and Taylor to really try to take Mackenzie and Megan to that next level?
Yeah, true. Smart move for Megan, right, to join forces with two people that have a rich history, that have gone and found success on tour and on the Canadian circuit level and at Scotty. So this is a good pairing for them. Wide open end still, as we have said. Kind of what we expected a little bit here for end number 1.
Yes.
So Meg's intern might curl a little bit more. Clean. Yeah. 10.
No mistakes so far. Everyone's curling pretty good.
Yeah. Now, Beth does have to be careful. If she noses, she might be outside of the house, so she needs to either roll into the house, or even if she rolls out, that's technically no harm, no foul.
Yeah,
either.
good call, good call.
As long as she doesn't jam on that back yellow, because that's still hanging around there.
Yeah, it's always dangerous when you got those little biters back there, hey? They kind of bother you a little bit.
Yes. So we got Beth Peterson, of course, mentioned that she skipped a team in the Calgary bubble at the Scotties. She has won a lot of events in Manitoba. She's been curling in Manitoba for a long time.
Right to it, Kat! Right to it! Right to it!
There she goes.
Mother.
Gonna go by.
She threw that really soft. I would normally think you throw about control weight on those types of hits, but knowing that she probably wanted to roll inside, she threw a little too soft and overcurled in the flash, and now there's Kate's chance to set up her deuce now.
Yep. Props to Kelsey there, not throwing out any bad language on that. An oh mother we heard, but nothing off the cuff there, so that was nice. Give her a little props on that call there.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing she probably thought maybe something a little different in her head.
Oh, she probably did.
Good for her to keep it family friendly here as best we can.
Absolutely. And what else is there to say that hasn't been said about Kate Cameron? You know, of course, national finalist in 2017 with Michelle Englot. Of course, last couple of seasons, she played third for Casey Scheidegger.
Yep, and now Casey, of course, is off coaching at the University of Lethbridge, we saw, so that's always good. Casey was here earlier to cheer on her sister last draw. It was always wonderful to see her and the family.
Absolutely.
Definitely kind of miss when nice people step away from the game for a bit. You're happy for them, but Casey Scheidegger is one of those great people, so it's good to see her around the rink still.
Yeah,
Kind of feels like
and she hasn't ruled out a chance of her returning in the future, so maybe we see that.
Let's hope so. Let's hope it'd be good to see Casey back on the ice.
Absolutely.
Always a fan favorite too, and she's always had good success this event too. So it'd be maybe something to see in the future, folks.
Yeah.
Kay with the classic Manitoba delivery there that she's known for.
The tuck delivery isn't as noticeable on draws as it really is on hits, especially big weight shots, but it's definitely something she's mastered over the years, and she's got it down to a T.
Smart rock placement there on that draw.
Very good.
That ran really good.
That's a very tricky roll now for Beth. She would have to roll a long way to get underneath that yellow now.
Yep. And she's got to watch on hitting it on the nose too, right? Because like we were just saying, that yellow in the back is a scary little biter that could come into play if an error's made here.
Yeah.
So final stone for Beth Peterson right now. Looking to hopefully maybe get a hit and roll behind the front yellow and force Cameron's hand with her last.
So we have a comment that's saying the sound keeps cutting in and out. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem that we've had a couple of times today, but of course, Lisa's
on top of it. She is working on it right now and get it fixed for us. Lisa's amazing, so we got to thank Lisa for all her hard work on doing this. So
yeah,
comments, keep them coming. Let us know, but always be nice to Lisa, of course. She works hard back here, folks. So Beth got the hit and roll out as we just saw, so a wide open draw to the paint. And out of nowhere, we thought it was going to be a blank end. We're going to be putting 2 on the board. That came out of nowhere.
That can happen from time to time, especially early on in an event, you know. Never too sure about how much the ice curls early on, so back there.
Definitely.
As we start this game at the 2023 Cougars Corner Autumn Gold Trophy Classic.
Yeah, it didn't do a thing. Yeah. I know. like way behind. Do we care?
Welcome back to the third draw of action here at the Autumn Gold. As you can see, the first rock went right onto the button, and then Melissa Gordon curves with a bit of a high corner guard, a little higher than I would think you and I would probably want, James.
I think so.
And then Mackenzie Elias tried to put up a center guard, but didn't quite cover the rock.
Yeah, advantage shift back and forth here now. So Peterson's going to try, like you just heard her talking about, do a little hit and roll here. Sliver behind some guards.
Yeah, I like bumper weight on this type of shot because it allows the sweepers to try to hold it, but still curling up. But looks like that rock got touched. It got a little burned.
Yeah, I think they burned that one accidentally. Oh, you never like to see that. You always feel bad when that happens.
Yeah. So Kate will be asking Taylor McDonald to guard that shot rock that's on the button. She's calling for about a 3, but I think I would put that a little higher, like a 2, 2.5.
She may be worried about the peeling off both guards by keeping it tight or higher. What would you do?
I would say just put it like 2.
2? Now pressure's on Taylor. Let's see if she matches the Austin call here.
Yeah, you can go. Line's tight, so keep going. Hard.
Here they go. Right on the center.
Pretty close to where I called. Maybe, no, it's pretty much where I called.
Yep. It's almost like Taylor could hear you.
So Kathleen Dirksen's going to try to peel those yellow guards off now.
Yep. Yeah, have a feeling we may not see those 2 yellow rocks much longer.
Yep. Hide.
There they go.
That's a mistake, though, because she left her shooter around, and it is something Team Cameron can go around.
Yes, it is. It's perfectly guarding that one on the button right now as well. So didn't help them with that situation, but they changed the rock color, though, which is still an advantage.
Yeah.
Better than what it was before, at least.
Yeah. I like what Kate's calling here. She's calling for about a top 12, maybe at least 3/4 under the guard. And it's interesting to see Taylor back in the second position because last season when she was playing with Casey Scheidegger, she dropped down to lead.
That's right.
So she was playing a lot of these types of shots a lot last season.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Just go here, Meg. Take a look. Just here.
There you go. She wants it right on Kate's, where Kate's broom there was.
She just slipped and then just right back.
It didn't really curl enough, in my opinion. I mean, Megan was trying to maybe carve it a little bit, but didn't quite curl enough there.
Yeah, I think they wanted it over just a little bit more and a little bit tighter to the house, actually, is where Kate was calling too. But
yeah,
still usable.
Yeah, she called it top 12.
Yep. Kate going for the run back here.
Yes, Catherine then run back.
Clean. Whoa.
There we go.
Nice cut. Aye.
Just rolling the race stone a little bit over to the left of the curlers, meaning that it is exposed, it's wide open, but it is between that court.
2 well-thrown rocks there, actually, for Catherine this end, hey?
Yeah.
Peeled off the 2 guards, and then a nice beauty run back there. So pretty good end to set up Team Peterson here with the second half of their team.
And Kate will try to get Megan to go through the ports and make the hit. I think this is very much a confidence call, kind of. I mean, if you're a little worried about clipping one of those guards, you could even try to run that yellow onto the red as well.
Aggressive call too, actually, hey, because you could try to clear off the front a little bit without having hammer, but she's going all in.
And that rock is just floating.
Yeah. peels off her own.
And that was
Okay, got it.
a great run back by Catherine that now could really set this end up now. Kelsey tried to almost Christmas tree and overlap those red rocks now. Maybe try to get a piece under the guard.
Yep. Yep. Beth's sitting really good here to get that 2 back that she just gave up last end. So she's got some good control in this end.
The challenge here is to try to keep that red rock high enough that you don't leave Walter a makeable double.
Right.
Line's good. Okay, just top 8. Just top 8. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They're liking it
Stay
so
close,
far.
Kat. Always Cat.
Always Kat referring to Catherine Dirksen, who's on the outside.
You gotta go. Yep, 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 yep. Go, 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 go. Dig it. Go, 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 go.
There we go.
Good spot.
Yep. They like that the whole way down.
Nice. Good throw.
I don't think that finished up enough, though. It's possible for Megan to get to the nose and maybe spill both of these red rocks out.
We can semi see on the side angle of how far apart those 2 red rocks are. It's about a rock and a half between them.
Yeah. So see about normal weight from Megan here.
Yeah. There you go. Feather by the guard. There they both go. A nice shot.
It's a fantastic shot by Megan.
Yep, beautiful.
Megan was making shots like that all season long last season when she was skipping. And
Definitely.
of course, she got the wildcard berth into the Scotties based on her CTRS ranking. Speaking of CTRS, it is going to be involved in having one more spot after the provincial championships, both the Scotties and the Brier this season.
Yep.
So getting a lot of points in events like this is crucial for a lot of these Canadian teams.
Most definitely. And this is one of those big events, as we know. This used to be a Grand Slam of curling event. This event has been steeped in history, been around since 1978. So always producing a top-notch field. Their strength of field multiplier is always high. So good opportunity, like you said, to gain those valuable points when you're trying to earn those spots in the Scotties, and also when you're trying to earn those spots in the Grand Slam events.
Absolutely. Kelsey trying to hit and roll underneath the guard.
It's close. Beth's got a good call on it here.
Good throw, Kelsey.
Just ends up nosing.
So I think Kate will try to do the same thing, try to roll underneath red guard.
Great throw. I just thought that was
Now
good
the race is on for the roll.
Yes, it is.
Let's just max ice on you first.
The hit and roll can sometimes be one of the harder shots in curling because you have to get the weight exactly right
Definitely.
Yeah.
in order to get the roll that you want, especially a roll when you're trying to get across the face of a rock and you're trying to roll it over. Which is why
Yeah.
I think anything more than control weight is just too much on this type of shot.
Mm.
Definitely on it, like half for half. And then
Yeah, good call. Just needs to make sure, yeah, you do need to make sure the weight is perfect here. It's interesting that you kind of have the 2 guards out front right now, so you can get the smaller roll to get the centered line one. But if you do end up with a long roll, you do have that corner guard that could still come into play with these last couple rocks.
Yes.
Yeah, the 15.
And
Well, they haven't touched it
was-
yet.
Need to turn, too.
that was a really positive release, especially by Kate there.
Looks like we're going for a nose again.
That's not
Oh.
the worst result there.
Roll other way a little bit.
It will give Beth a chance to get underneath the guard now. She can draw around,
Yep.
9.5.
which is a slightly more manageable shot, I think, than a hit and roll.
Yeah, most definitely. Beth now can go on the super offense for the skipper's deuce here.
Yes.
Speed's really
Even
nice
we-
here.
After this second end is complete, we are going to go over and give you updates to scores of the other games taking place.
Definitely. We got some A games on the sheets. We've got some B games on the sheets tonight too, so we'll give you some score updates as soon as this end wraps up.
As we always say in curling land, our own little curling fantasy world that we have all the time, that is in real life, we always say that you want to be above the tee line and you don't want to slip behind the tee line.
Definitely.
Line's good. Wait on Lee.
Yeah, you don't want to give away your skipper's advantage right now with Kate's last one coming up. So.
And this one looks like it's heavy right now. And it's not curling either.
It's going to finish late, though. We have seen this on sheet 5 that it finishes late after it cuts. So they may be able to at least get it going. Look at that finish, hey?
Still not enough, though. That's still almost wide open for Kate now. And the high guard as well does not help out Beth in this case either.
No, she's definitely got the space to come around and peel that right out of there.
Even nose.
Or nose, yep, you're right. Now that we can see it from that view, from this standpoint.
I think...
This is what Kate will see when she sits in the hack to get ready to throw.
I don't really think you'd try to flirt with the guard too much, though. Even if you just throw bumper weight and stick around, that's a great shot, too.
Yep.
You don't really need to try to go too hard for the roll inside here.
No, because your force is pretty much in play now for sure. You just want to get that force. You don't want to hit and roll out. You're right. Don't want to crash on a guard. You don't want to roll out here. Those are your two worst options. She called them on right away, right out of her hand.
Big sweep, especially for Mackenzie on
Gotta
the
get
inside.
it by, gotta get by that guard. There's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And here comes the skipper's deuce, like we said, out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
I think that was a little lighter than I think Kate was planning to throw. I feel like it was about like a heavy hack. And especially when she got it going like that out of her hand, it was really hard for Mackenzie to hold that.
Yeah, and Kate called them on that for the sweep right out of her hand too, so. Now Beth just needs, worst case, full 12 foot, and she's got her 2, and we'll get ourselves a tie game.
The longer the game, the better for us.
Definitely, we want a close game. We want an all Alberta or all Manitoba battle here that goes for the full 8 ends.
Yeah.
We're hoping all of you watching wanted to go to 8 ends as well. I think that would be what we're all going for, right?
Yeah.
And there it is. No mistake, no problems.
And 2 for Team Peterson, and we got a tied game now, 2 after 2.
That's pretty.
Right on.
She's like, nice throw. I was like, no.
So we are going to get ready to take you to the other scoreboards around the Calgary Curling Club to show you some updates of other games.
Let's do some scoreboard watching. Keep you guys updated, everyone watching, on what's going on over there. 1 second. Lisa's getting us ready. She's all on top of it, folks. There you go. Thanks, Lisa. That's awesome.
The unfortunate thing is they are in the second end and still no score has been put up between Jessica Wojciechowski and last year's finalist, Michelle Yagi.
Joined by Chelsea Carey at this event as her super spare. Again, their second event together.
Yep.
Over on sheet number 2, we've got Michelle Engla getting 3 in that first end to take the 3-0 lead on Korea's Kim. Both of those games, of course, are B-side games.
And on sheet 3, we also don't have a score up between Abby Marks of Edmonton and Jung Min Jae of Korea.
I don't think that's.
We're going to take a guess and say they blanked.
Whoa.
Probably, yeah.
Here we go with, oh, sorry, Austin. There we go with some, these are our 3 A qualifier side games. Well, not qualifier games, but A-side games. So over on sheet 4, we've got some Polar Power with Team Galusha scoring 3 in the first end for the 3-0 lead over last year's Korean champions, Team Ha.
Of course, our featured game on sheet 5, the score is 2 apiece. And on sheet 6, the second end has not been updated, but I did see that Satsuki Fujisawa stole one to lead 2-0 over Germany's Amira Abes.
International battle over there on the A side. Here we go over to sheet 7 now, another A side game with Gray Withers.
Yes, Taylor Gray Withers against or Serena Gray Withers against Taylor Reese Hansen from BC.
Correct. A nice Alberta versus BC battle there. Gray Withers with the 2-0 lead. Our U25 Next Gen champions this year and last year.
And on sheet 8, waiting for the second end to be updated there, but in the first end it was 2 for Momoha Tabata against Calgary's Caitlin Bowman.
And there you go. You are up to date, folks. And right like that, Lisa gets us right back into the game, folks. Here we go.
So the first rock from Melissa Gordon-Kurz was about a 2.5 guard position. And then Mackenzie Elias put up a tight corner and
just light on that one, hogged it.
Was the widest pass, and I gave more, but still.
Kate will ask Mackenzie to now draw around the red. Try to get it full 8, biting 4-foot, I think is a really good spot for it.
Yep. And we'll say hello to Chris. Chris watching from Chatham, Ontario. Hey, Chris, thanks for watching. We're glad to have you. Everyone else that is watching this game, feel free to jump in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. We're always happy to say hello to curling fans from all over the world if they're paying attention. We always want to say hi to you.
Always, yeah. So Megan and Taylor trying to get this one to finish up, and it's not in a bad spot, a little bit under cover.
Yep.
It is chaseable, though, for Dirksen.
Yeah, she has the opportunity. That's what they're talking about, either going right there on the nose or the little small hit and roll flop behind the corner yellow.
And they're going to go for the roll underneath the corner. This is a scary call when you don't have hammer.
But I like the call, Austin. I like the aggressive style here. Let's go. Let's go for it.
Yeah, but if you don't get the roll perfect, then you could be in a little bit of trouble.
Definitely. High risk, high reward though, but could come out either side, right? There we go. Just rubs. But look at this. Got a little lucky there. Not bad.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Little game of pinball there.
Yeah. Now tapped that Cameron rock to the top of the button. And now Kate asking Taylor for a hack weight. Just try to get a little flop underneath the red guard if possible. Try to get to the inside.
Yep. Good thing with that rock going in for Peterson's side of it is that it forces Kate's hand to have to play with it now rather than just peeling out a guard and then leaving her a wide open house to play with.
Yep. And a good evening to Chelsea from Delta, BC. We got a BC viewer in there. I'm originally from BC, so that's always good for me to see.
So your bias is what you're saying are BC fans more?
Not necessarily. I mean, it doesn't matter when I'm here.
If you're from BC, definitely drop a line in the chat. Austin will definitely be happy to say hi to you. There's, yeah.
The weight was soft enough that they did keep the back yellow around, though.
You knows you're second. Yeah.
I like this call. I like nosing yellow.
Yep, I agree.
The open yellow sitting 2 here. The goal for Team Peterson is they really want to force Team Cameron to 1 in this third end. Try to get the hammer in the even ends.
Definitely. Oh, there you go. See? Chat's coming out for more BC people for you, Austin.
Yeah, this
Love
time
it.
we got Jan from Caslow. Is that how you pronounce it? Like, it's a pretty small town in BC, I would think.
Right to it. Good brush. Really good brush.
There's the nose hit. Nicely done. Well, we called out Austin's home province. Might as well see anyone watching from Saskatchewan. That's my home province. See, if we're bookending where we are right now here in Calgary, Alberta. You got a BC guy on the commentary and a Saskatchewan boy on the commentary.
No.
Okay. Caslow has less than like 1,000 people.
Wow. And we've got one of them joining us.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4.
And
Who knows?
I know some certain curlers who are probably watching right now that might not be in the chat, but I know they're tuning in.
There we go.
Of course, talking about Team Amber Holland, and not to mention, James' cousin is
Deb Lazinski. That is correct. So glad we're not calling their game, because then I would have to not be so biased towards them.
I can't do anything.
Let's see what we got here. Oh,
A little bit of an overcurl, but not a bad plan B. Split the yellow.
splits them, yep.
Put the yellow in front of the red, so that is a jam. There is potential of a jam there.
Yep.
And we got Aiden from Winnipeg. Of course, people from Winnipeg are going to join in. So we got a battle of
like
Winnipeg
a
teams,
broom
I'm pretty sure,
apart.
here.
Excellent. Welcome, Aiden. Cheering on Team Peterson. Oh, Aiden's going straight in with not. Aiden's got the team that they're going for here, so this is exciting. So now we need Team Cameron fans to jump in the chat too and cheer for their team. We got to get something going here, a cheer battle in the chat.
Yes, we definitely should. So, I think we got Kelsey trying to hit the yellow, trying to avoid the jam on the red, of course.
Yeah, I've got to be very careful here with this one. Opportunity though, good opportunity for a force here for Peterson right now, but got to watch where this rock goes. And there's the word that you always like to hear, clean. Clean is always a good sign.
It's
Look at that
it's just
finish.
diving to the inside there.
Yeah.
Good. That's fine.
Yeah. Sitting 3 though.
Thank you, Chelsea. We got to go Team Cameron now.
There we go. A Team Cameron fan from BC even. Okay, now we're moving.
So Megan is going to play at least a double. It's interesting to see what angle they hit the shot rock on, because it might go over, clip the back red on the way by too.
Yep. Yeah, imagine them. A good opportunity. They could pull even a triple here.
Yeah. And then Chris from Ontario is cheering on Team Cameron. Good to know that we got some Eastern Canadian Team Cameron fans here
Nice.
as well.
So now Team Cameron leading in the chat. Up 2-1 now on the fan count.
And that overcurled. Megan got that one going and rolled out the other side as well. So not the greatest of results there for her.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're going to think Peterson probably, like she just said, probably aim for the nose.
Maybe a little roll away too. Wouldn't be horrible.
Yeah. She's got to watch not taking out that red back one. That's what she's going to watch that line very close.
Yep. Hide.
Hard right out of her hand there.
Very soft out of Kelsey's hand there.
Just trying to avoid the jam.
Just clipping
That's, yep.
Good brushing.
You knew when she was yelling hard right out of her hand that was the risk there.
But look at where the
That was-
shooter
your
rolled.
first one was like a 9-0,
Dead under though.
10-3.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yep, not a bad finish at all.
That worked out well.
Oh, we got Leslie, who's Lisa's mom from Calgary, cheering
Yeah,
for the live streaming team.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leslie.
Man, Lisa's got fans up here. Everyone's got a fan now. Okay, there we go. Well, Leslie, Lisa's doing a wonderful job, so I think you should be very proud. Without her, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing, so.
That is true.
Yeah.
We'll agree with Leslie. We're on Team Lisa right now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Plus, I don't think we're allowed to cheer for a team in the game we're watching, so I think it's
No.
easier for us to cheer for Team Lisa.
Yeah. So we're going to see a little tap back now from Megan. Maybe try to push the red far enough to get shot rock, but I think it's more important about where the shooter is. Try to put it at least in front of that red rock.
Seems to be holding.
Big sweep there from Taylor and Mackenzie.
Got it well by the guard here. Now they can just finish it.
And it's stop a little short. And I think Peterson still lies 2 right now.
Finish was nice on that, though.
On this one, yeah.
Yeah,
Curled in there really nice. They got it to finish really by. She was by the guard pretty well, and then look where that finished.
I think this is
yeah. The ice that Rob and the ice crew, Jamie Barassa, has given the teams so far has been very good. A lot of curl, a lot of movement.
Definitely. Give a little shout out too to our New Zealand men's skip Anton Hood, who is working here while the boys live in Calgary. He was on the ice helping out as well, and he'll be here tonight as well. And then those boys will be in Airdrie curling starting tomorrow. So
Absolutely.
shout out to Anton learning ice making while living in Calgary.
Yeah.
They're becoming a little bit of rock stars, I think, in the city. Every time I turn around, they seem to have another TV station in their faces talking to them. So
Absolutely. And it's very much deserved, as they were in the last World Championships. I technically can't say last year, but
earlier this year.
yeah, earlier this year. So I think Beth is just going to play a guard.
Melissa's rock.
Try to protect that shot rock and try to take the yellow away from Kate.
Yep.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's a nice shot right there. Nicely done.
Like, Kate can't really play a hit and roll on the second shot because the shooter would just go behind the T line. So she's in a little bit of a tough situation right now.
She's in a bind here. Beth is going full Yoda from Star Wars here, putting some force. She's got the power going.
Even more than that, right now it's looking like it could be a steal.
Could be, yeah, it could be the steal. You're right.
I like this call. I like playing the double PO on these guards. Open things up and force Beth to make a nice guard. And if she doesn't, then you got a makeable shot, at least for your single.
Definitely. You know what was the dangerous thing when you're playing Kate, right? Kate loves to hit. She's a good hitter. We've seen that numerous times at tour events, at Scotty's, slam events in her past. So when you're giving Kate an opportunity to hit,
yeah,
she's going to be happy with it, and you probably might be in some trouble. So this is a good opportunity for her.
She is one of the most underrated players in the whole country. I said this last year because I was commentating a game that had her and Casey. Last year I said the same thing, and I still mean it today. I don't think people give her enough credit in the curling community at times.
It's a good opportunity for her to kind of debunk some of those feelings too, being the skip now, right?
Yeah.
So you can really show off all that skill set.
And speaking of that skill set, very
There it
nice
was.
double heel there.
Exactly what we expected out of the Kate Cameron, right?
Yeah.
She didn't let us down. She made us look really smart there. Thanks, Kate. It's like we knew what we were talking about, Austin.
And to be honest, sometimes it feels like we don't even need to be commentating, because Kate is like a commentator all in her own way. She's always thinking about everything going on there.
Yeah, very analytical out there right now, even.
But I think the two of us are still happy to have a job. So.
That's right. That's right.
This is not the only thing I am doing in this event. I am also coaching Team Abes from Germany. Shh, don't tell anyone else.
And they're looking slick with their new jerseys that just arrived. They weren't able to wear them earlier today, but now they're on the ice with them here, so that's always exciting.
Yeah, they look awesome in those. Struggling a little bit early on against Fujisawa, but it's still pretty early in the game.
I think no, it's not uncommon for people to struggle against Fujisawa, though. They're a pretty good team.
They're amazing team. And Beth's guard did not even come close to curling enough there.
Yeah, not the finish they were expecting there, hey?
Interesting to see if Kate can hit the yellow with enough weight. Does it maybe go back into the other red and push that out the side?
Yeah, she's a good shot for her too, right? This is last rock in this ends. Last rock coming from Kate Cameron. 2-2 game, third end.
Expect Kate to be close with this one too.
Yeah. Smart pro move right there, making sure to take her time, make sure nothing goes under that rock.
Your pre-shot routine can be so important.
Definitely.
Woo!
There we go. Nice call in right there. Boom. Let's see what that finish was.
I think it might have been a steal of one for Peterson. Maybe
little finish.
just didn't quite curl enough there. It looked really close. So it's going to be a steal of one, it looks like, and 3-2 for Beth Peterson after 3. Team Cameron will retain the hammer in the 4th.
Good end, guys. Really good end.
And we are back. I just want to let you know that there are some speeches going around in the background right now, of course, from our amazing chairwoman of this event, Brittany Tran. So just excuse that noise that's coming in from the background.
And just taking some time out in the speeches to thank all of our sponsors who help make this event happen. So thank you to every sponsor that is here supporting the Autumn Gold Curling Classic, but also let's just throw it out, every sponsor that supports any curling event across Canada. We appreciate your support, and as curling fans, when you see a curling sponsor, go support them and give them a thanks as well.
And I am actually one of those sponsors, of course. Me and my grandfather, Gordon, who's probably camera shy, doesn't want to be anywhere near here. We started ACR Media last year, and right away we've become a sponsor of the Autumn Gold.
Definitely. We love to see that. And I believe we'll see that ACR Media logo sign right above the scoreboard when we look at that other side. So it is posted right above sheet number 5, which we are commentating on. So, Austin, I feel like this is your sheet. Do we just rename the sheet the Austin sheet maybe in the future just for commentary purposes?
We should maybe do that, actually. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
We're coming to you live in N4 from Austin Sheet at the Calgary Curling Club.
So here we go, back to the game. First rock from Melissa Gordon-Kurz, going a little deep, back 4. Mackenzie Elias with the corner guard. And then Beth called for Melissa to throw a tight center guard, but it actually slid into the house, which sometimes can be a massive no-no in curling. But it gives Mackenzie a chance to maybe hit and roll underneath the guard, even though I really don't think this is going to curl up. And
oh, it's going.
that's close.
There we go. There we go. Sweep it over.
Just a very big set.
Didn't quite roll enough there, but it is something that Beth will have to deal with.
Yep. Yeah, anytime you can force the hand of your opponent to make you deal with their rocks and not get to play their game plan, it's definitely a win.
And we got Catherine trying to hit and roll back to the center. Even if she rolled way over to the other side, that wouldn't be horrible either.
No, she's got some options with this rock, right?
Yeah.
Any roll, Kelsey.
Yeah, any roll, like she said. You want to get some roll.
Kenny. That's going to be hard to manage. I said we can pass that one rock down for hit.
I personally would want a lot more roll than that because it's another corner for Kate at this point.
Yeah. That's a 14.
Yeah, definitely an advantage for Kate now she can use this.
So we see a nice control weight hit and roll attempt from Taylor.
No, I thought the other one was.
And this second position has changed so much in the last few years with the 5-rock 3-guard zone rule.
Definitely.
It's not about all seconds playing a bunch of up-weight shots and not much else anymore.
Definitely.
We're playing every sort of shot.
You see Beth running in there to sweep that out if she can. She's got the broom on it. Oh, bites it just at the end there. Hey, hangs on. There's that biters.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in.
Oh, maybe we're wrong. We could be wrong here, Austin.
We could. From this angle, it looks like it's biting, but
You heard on, we could hear it on Beth's mic there, and hopefully you guys could hear that as well on the feed, that they're saying it might not be on.
the curlers
There
can
you
see
go.
it a little better than we can.
I would definitely
so-
say they have better eyes on it than we do.
Oh, you can rip.
Obviously, by the call and ignoring that yellow in the back, we're assuming it's not on.
I don't know if it's in, but you can play it.
Oh, there we go.
They're coming around anyways.
I like playing the come around anyway because if you nose hit, your shooter's basically like not useful to you at all. So I do like the come around still, whether that rock is biting or not.
Yeah, smart. And it's like Beth said, right? Regardless, if we come out and do it, they're just going to go around it first, and then they beat us to the punch potentially. You know, Beth wants to keep the pressure on here after getting that steal in 3.
Yeah,
Why not get another steal in 4?
absolutely. You do not want to let Team Cameron start running away with this game because they're all very skilled hitters. Even Mackenzie, even though we don't necessarily see it that much from her.
Yep.
Diving over right to that red, though.
Okay.
Bump it at least on.
Sometimes you can get a little fooled in that spot.
I don't know if it's in, but
I think that the spot might have been a little slower than Beth probably thought it was. So recognizing that, I would have probably said, don't be afraid to throw just a 1 to 2 feet, 2 feet more weight, just to get a little more weight on that.
Yeah.
Slide a little more. And that ended up being a really terrible result because Taylor can now go around those rocks.
I can't tell Taylor's.
Yeah, it's now it's exactly what Beth said at the last one. They have the opportunity now to go and get behind first and take the advantage in this end.
And a lot of the time, the team that gets underneath a guard first is the team that normally gets multiple points.
Yeah, true. The one thing it did was at least cancels out the argument for that the yellow back rock now, because the red is biting. So we're not really concerned with the yellow now, but comes up short there, hey?
Team Cameron not really making enough of an adjustment there. I mean, she probably saw the last one, even though she might have gone a shade wider, and maybe should have asked Taylor to throw a little bit more weight. I think Kelsey just saw that and thinking, I'm going to make an adjustment. I'm going to throw a couple feet more.
Yep. Now the fight is still on, so who can get around all that mess up front? First one back there.
Top 4, yellow line.
This one's looking tight as well.
Hard
Yeah,
line.
she's calling the line the whole way, right out of her hand. She was calling it.
Whoa.
There it goes diving over.
Now they want to get off it because they do not want to tap that yellow stone into the house.
Yep.
Okay, Kelsey.
Yeah, now again, same thing. What it does though with all those rocks in the front now, there's nothing really even raisable or helpful on taps or anything crazy like that with whoever gets behind there with the way everything's sitting right now. First person to get behind there is going to have a huge advantage in this end.
But we don't know if anyone's going to get there because that path has been so tricky.
We're giving them benefit of the doubt. We're confident that they're going to get there.
Top 4.
Yeah, I think Megan threw a little bit more weight on this one.
Definitely. But the weight may not let it finish, though. That's the only thing,
True, yeah.
right? Because look out, it's hanging out there a bit more than the other ones did
We can't be just.
because of the weight that she threw. Like
Starting to die a little bit.
Yep. Like your Kate said, she did not want to be back button, so a little bit deeper than she wanted. not fully buried, but it is in there.
Tap it at the
That
edge,
rock
that's
died
me.
really quick. I thought it was going to
Yeah.
be about back 4, back 8.
Yep. Still right now, pretty good opportunity for Beth here to worst case get a force, right?
Yeah. But Kelsey really needs to make this freeze or Team Peterson can be in big trouble.
Definitely.
Maybe not exactly freeze to it, but just even leave it as an angle
Yep.
out in the open is not bad either.
Yeah, she's definitely got a lot of room here. Needs this to curl in there. Now we see it usually break right after the hog line there. That's what the last rocks have done, and there it goes.
Fine. Clean, clean. Yeah, you can go. Go, go, go. Great shot. Great manage.
Yep.
And that's about as good as you'd want.
14,
Yeah.
6.
Well managed and good.
Yeah,
This is
not great
everyone that's
there.
watching, obviously being familiar with curling, was
You guys
we
too.
always hear the most important thing is communication can make or break your rocks in your end sometimes. And that was really good communication from Team Peterson the whole way down with that rock.
Kate and Megan are having a discussion, so we're just going to listen in.
Yeah.
See where we get ever more than one,
Light on your first?
but
I agree.
or we rip this and the yellow goes back, but we could keep all of the red still.
Yeah.
So if we guard and they run it
Just kind of getting fudgy all
Like-
around, hey?
she's gonna
Things just don't
I
seem
don't
to be carrying
I don't
as
think that's helping though, because then they're just
I
gonna
mean, it's hard
probably
to tell with
or
cats,
put
the
another
one
one in there, and then
just
what?
Well,
Right?
it
Like
was
in there.
just to
very
it and tapped it like
slide
2 feet or slide path.
We
naughty
just
path.
have to be prepared for them
Yeah,
to put
like
up
that's
a
what I
guard on
mean,
us.
to
I
be those
don't want to
ones.
ever take these.
Like to the wings, maybe.
Make
but I mean, the
something.
one in there.
But which is fine. Like I don't even think we want to tap it. I think we probably just go.
I think you're unlocking it, aren't you? Or are you throwing the run?
Our
I think you're probably throwing the run on this.
foot, and if
Losing your back one. If you can pretty much stick it.
Sorry, guys, we just had a bit of a problem with Kate's mic there. If you can notice that it was cutting in and out. We're dealing with the same problem again, and it's just like
They do
absolutely
that. It's like a high curve.
hard to
run.
deal with it and hard to try to fix these
leave that when
problems.
nothing's gonna
We think
happen
it's
over
just
there,
the
yeah.
mic. I don't really think that's too much on our
Me, right?
end this time, but
Yeah. But hopefully we could still hear for the most part what Kate and her team have called here. So it's a good conversation happening. Again, like we were talking about, communication key. So that was a good opportunity to hear the team come together and decide what their shot's going to be here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Megan's trying to freeze. They could have also played the guard, but I'm also not a big fan of it because you're clogging up the area for yourself when you really want to get 2. So you really want to have room. Give Kate a shot for 2.
Definitely.
And that is just a horrible spot for that rock.
Not the finish, eh?
Think you
No.
on the inside? It's like throwing weight.
I almost think that Kate might have given a little bit more ice,
nine.
potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
a little
Unless Megan was outside on a release, though. I don't know.
Potentially, it could have been one or it could be both of those things, like reasons
do
why.
you think this is gonna do anything?
And just a reminder, after this end, we are planning to go back and update other scores.
There's some interesting scores out there, friends.
Depends which way you look at it. It could be good or bad depending on who you like.
That's right. That depends who you're cheering for.
Hey, just 9.
We're both male, by the way.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
No, here we go.
Whoa! Yay!
Big scrub there, Beth.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely
Look at
perfect
that.
there.
yeah, nice shot.
Is that?
So what do you do now if you're Kate?
You gotta run the yellow onto those reds and maybe make a
Try to
double.
get one off.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty
Try
good.
to leave that raised rock underneath some sort of guard,
Yeah, I think so.
too.
Yeah, Kate's got the 2-1 advantage on last rocks here now with her first,
Right
but
Right
like we
about here
said,
is where we want to hit it.
Peterson's sitting 2, and now she's got to try these run backs. And we were talking about this earlier, just the way those rocks in the front of the house are positioned right now. These run backs and taps are not too simple.
No, they're not.
Doesn't drag.
The staggered on them makes it a little difficult. You got to really be precise here.
Yeah.
I liked it, but when I was down there, I was like,
Again,
oh, it's a
thinking
good to run, 'cause
Kate
you're
should
never getting-
definitely be close on this.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard so.
Here we go. Didn't touch it for most of the way down. Oh,
That's not the greatest result in the world at all.
no. And a little unlucky there, right? Just how it
Yeah.
just skimmed by that back red. Like it papered it. You just, even that little bit, millimeter more, touches it, pushes it maybe pretty far. Who
No,
knows?
because they were queued up to go over.
Guard for your life, right?
The thinner I would
Yeah.
have hit it on that side. Maybe
And for your information, we actually have someone else now in Lisa's spot, and I think that's pretty sure that's her brother Ryan.
We lost Lisa?
I had you there. I think that's close. We can also throw the other turn if we're worried about it. Okay.
So Beth just trying to guard those 2 rocks
Sorry?
that are in the shot area.
Yeah, we just wanted to double check.
Because they
Is that
are
getting?
wide open right at the moment.
Yep.
It's a big port, so she
I'll
definitely
just throw
does
it how I
need
threw
to
it, and I think that's
put up a
good.
nice guard here.
Yep.
Yeah, just split center and
Yep, there you go.
Okay,
Just like
three's good.
Beth said right there.
Seems
Just split
good.
center. Really holding the hand here of Cameron with her last. This is going to be a tough shot for Cameron.
okay, easy. Easy early. Line's good.
Yeah, all the things you want to hear as you're throwing a rock. Line's good, easy.
Yeah, although it does need to curl a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
It's not breaking like we've seen some other ones though. Hey, it's just going to be on that front red. Leaves the port there.
That is a massive
It's a-
bullet dodged by Team Cameron here, because this
Yes.
is a very makeable double for Kate. Just knows.
Definitely.
I don't know what to do with that. Like, I'm not. I don't like that rock. Like, that's insane.
And we-
Beth did not like that rock, so we might see, is this going to be one of those situations at the 4th end break where that rock gets bumped down the line?
probably might be a rock that, if it's a little straighter, maybe go to Catherine or Kelsey,
Yep.
potentially.
This would be interesting. It makes the double and 6, and then do we put something on the back yellow back in play? Nope, because that top red's still there.
Yeah, that back yellow is basically out of play at this point.
Yeah, good call. Oh no.
And again, Kate just getting it started a little bit, just over curled. It could have been a lot worse, but it is still a steal of 1 for Team Peterson.
Yeah, steel pants of back-to-back ends for Beth Peterson there to now take the 4-2 lead at the halfway point of this game. Definitely some good conversations, I would imagine, happening on both sides. Peterson's got to be pretty happy with how things are going, and Kate's got to regroup a little bit for the second half here.
Yeah.
Couple ends. There we go. Awesome.
We are starting on sheet 1, and right now it is a 4-0 lead for Michelle Yagi over Jessica Wojciechowski.
Over on sheet number 2, Michelle Anglot scores another 2 and 3 to pad the lead. She's got a 5-2 lead on Kim now at the 4th.
And it is Jung Min Jae still with a 2-0 lead right now in the fourth against Abby Marks.
Early blanks in both of those games. Here we go over to sheet number 4. Wow, the Polar Power is out in full force right now. Look at that. 6-0 right now, leading Korea's team. Another steal. A steal of 2 and 3 to take that lead.
And, of course, our featured game, 4-2 now for Beth Peterson. And look at the change over on sheet 6. A big steal of 4 in the third for Satsuki Fujisawa. The fourth end just finished, so we're going to wait and see what score that was over there. We will update you as soon as we know.
Most definitely. There we go on sheet number 7. Gray Withers takes 1 and 3 to take the 3-1 lead now over Reese Hansen in that nice Alberta versus BC battle.
And Caitlin Bowman has gotten it back to a tied game, 2 apiece in the fourth against Momoha Tabata.
Right on. Lots of steals in that one. Oh, there's us. There's Lisa. See, Lisa? There's Lisa.
Get in there, Lise.
Look at that.
Welcome back. As we are now in the fifth end.
You're gonna need. Jesus.
First rock again from Melissa Gordon-Kurz. Went back 4. She's been having some problems getting that first rock in a good spot there. Corner guard from Mackenzie Elias. And then Melissa put up the center guard.
There we go. There's the house situation we're looking at after lead stones.
Come around draw from Elias that didn't quite curl enough.
11.
So it is out in the open.
So, Coach, if you're, as we know, as you said, kind of giving some coaching assistance this week, if you were coaching Team Cameron right now and you're in that fourth end break down 4-1 after those back-to-back steals, what would you be telling them?
Just remember that you're only down 2. You're definitely still in the game, and make sure you're putting the rocks in the right spots, because the last couple ends they have been in a little bit of trouble. So just maybe watch your rock placement.
Yeah, good call, and good point too. Like it's only 4-2, and you have Hammer playing 5, so it's not like you're out of this game. You're only down 2.
No. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely still in the game. They just need to just keep pushing. So hit and roll, not rolling underneath cover from Catherine Dirksen. So Taylor McDonald will be asked to play a little bit of a tap back.
Yep.
Get inside nose roll underneath the red. She doesn't want to remove that red rock. She just wants to push it behind T.
Yep.
Because that was the time where you start to think about trying to use your opposition's rocks as your friends.
Definitely. And we saw it in the last end, right? With the front of the house being advantage Beth Peterson. Look what happened. They got a steal. So now if Kate's kind of going the opposite, let's try to put all their rocks behind the tee, junk up the back, and that could be a good opportunity for her to score multiple points here. Just rubs. It's just that little game of inches right now that Peterson's got the advantage of. Those misses, those near misses are favoring her.
They definitely are right now.
Or you can go big.
I don't like going there.
You like the Beth call? Go big, she says. Go big and go right back to that. Go right to the button and really put the force on.
I really don't like that. I like going top 12 here.
Yeah. That's, of course, what she settled with. I like the thought, though. I do like the thought of her thinking that way. Maybe we go big, but not yet. Not yet.
No.
That's
and it's always scary because you're thinking, oh, I should put this on the tee line, and then you end up going back 4 and you put it in the worst horrible spot.
That's right.
Spot.
Yep. play the odds, right, on stat management and a little bit of scoreboard management there too.
Yeah,
They've got the lead and they've got the momentum right now, so they want to just keep applying the force here.
they technically could also peel the guard, but they're definitely not. They didn't look at that at all.
I just don't know where to put it.
Yeah, they're caught in the middle now of two ideas what to do with this rock.
Good.
You may hear, I think we've got some live entertainment upstairs right now behind us. So if you hear a little bit of that.
Yeah, we have a band playing
Yeah.
right now.
This is why if you ever have an opportunity to go to a live event, if you're in the Calgary area this weekend, this Thanksgiving holiday weekend, come on down to the Calgary Curling Club and check it out. Good scene, good crowd, good environment to hang out and meet some curlers, watch some great action, meet a lot of people. But anytime you have a local event, wherever you live in this country, always go check it out. It's always, curling live is always what you want to try to see if you can.
Absolutely. You never realize how much fun watching curling is until you go there live, and then it's just unlike anything that you've ever seen.
Most definitely. And you get to meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah, I just met you for the first time a
Right?
little bit earlier today. And I did know but in the past that you were the cousin of Deb, so I was always excited.
Let's change the narrative. Deb, let's say Deb is James's cousin now. We can't give Deb too much credit, right? Right, Deb, if you're listening?
All leads lives matter.
That's right, they do. And shout out to Deb, who just got engaged not too long ago.
Oh, congrats, Deb.
Yeah, congrats to Deb and Ryan. Wishing them all the best in the future, and congrats on the engagement. Always happy to see that. It's about time, Ryan, just saying.
But we saw a double made by Taylor, but her shooter rolled out. And you really have to keep your shooter around in situations like this.
Yeah, definitely.
There it goes. Line's great. Melissa's off.
Sometimes you just want to talk to the rock and tell it to do it, and sometimes the rock does not want to listen to you.
It kind of listened that time, though. It wasn't in a bad spot about top button.
Nope, not a bad spot. A little bit deeper than they wanted, but the finish was really nice.
Yeah. This run back, almost triple of sorts, almost feels like a must-make shot now for Megan at this point in the end.
Yeah.
Even if you're just trying to clear them out to even set up a blank here.
Yeah, exactly. I think Team Hammer will be very happy to blank to take Hammer back in 6 and take Hammer in the even ends here if they can't score their 2 here. Ooh.
It's just one of those situations where you're trying to throw the up weight and then you float it, and then you just got no chance of getting it back.
Yep. And we kind of see that, right? When you have one team that's applying the pressure and making their shots and even getting a little bit, like we said, the luck of the inch is going Peterson's way right now. That kind of mentally can kind of mess with you when you're playing. Kind of get a little frustrated maybe that they're getting the lucky breaks and you're not. Curling's a mental game too, we have to remember.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Line's good.
But Team Cameron's dealt with these situations a lot of times, and they know the only thing you can really do is just keep pushing.
Definitely, 100%. Lots of game left to play, lots of rocks. You control your rocks.
Line's close. Yep, a little more. Yep.
Getting that guard right on the center line is where they want it, right on that red dot between the two.
Didn't quite finish enough, though.
Anything.
Because Megan can get to it, even just bump it back just a little bit.
God forbid. if
Even
I
make a little bit of a pocket.
just put it on sheet 4.
Like, we can try to run, but if you don't make contact, it's not, we're good.
Historically,
Like, I'm was maybe just get to here. I don't know, right? We can't spring off a lot. Like, Up and maybe I have something here.
This is the right call, in my opinion. They're playing the bump back. The thing about the run back is it's not completely guarding the red. You have a chance to push it back. Just like I said, and even make a bit of a pocket there and change this end around and get back in a decent position.
Yeah, definitely. A nice shot here, and like you said, we'll definitely shift this end and put a little bit more of the control back in Cameron's pocket.
Again, this is a must-make shot, though. If Megan doesn't make this, then they're still in a lot of trouble.
There it goes, coming down nice here.
This is really good.
Yep.
You're right, Kate.
We agree with you, Kate. That was really good. See, we don't need to do any commentary. When Kate's mic actually goes and doesn't cut it out, Kate calls the rock for us. That was really nice. Nice shot.
And that's the point where you don't even be too concerned about who shot rock. I mean, the key thing is they bump the red back and they stay kind of in front of it.
There and
Yep.
try to, and then we could at least lay two.
French fries with side gravy. Sue's French fries with side gravy.
It was a really nice shot, but Peterson still has an opportunity to apply a little bit of a force here and hold them to one, which I think she would be very happy to do in the
I don't
fifth.
know, maybe like a 12.
Yes, she would, absolutely.
Like if you're through the hole, you're pretty much making it.
Like a tight guard is fine. Okay, we're trying to decide where to put the broom. Does that look tight? I was giving you give 8, but
Where do you think for that? Like edge of 4?
yeah. Yeah, I'm missing my guard by 2 feet. I look like an idiot out here, but
Probably better to hit. Like I don't know, is it better to hit the outside?
okay, I think so too.
This.
Love the honest commentary there from Beth and the team.
You can be full 12 fighting me. Good.
That can happen to even to some of the top players in the game. Sometimes they could just have trouble with ice conditions, and sometimes they do look like a bit of an idiot, but
Well, like she said, she's still trying to figure out where to put the broom on some of these shots, like these longer guards that she's playing here, right? So still playing around and figuring it all out.
Line's tight. Yeah. No. Whoa.
Just trying to get
this is not a good result
No,
at all.
opened it up now.
That's why she was trying to keep Catherine off of it so that
To me, it looks
she
more
wouldn't give it
natural
any
this
extra
way.
speed, but it didn't really matter in the
I
first
am
place.
playing for Team Cameron at this point. Holy hell.
There.
Beth's a great commentator. We should just have Beth up here joining us. She's crushing the commentating. I love her honesty.
Yeah.
Gotta love the little joke there. If you missed it, she did just say, I think I'm just playing for Team Cameron now.
It feels like she is in this end, you know.
Sometimes when you just make a mistake, it's easier to get over it by making a joke, laughing it off, and making it so you can move on to your next rock.
It's always important to keep things light out on the ice so that you don't get too angry, don't get too frustrated towards yourself or your teammates.
Yeah.
Even when you're down 8, it's definitely a good thing to still see people smiling so that their tempers don't flare up. Even though inside they want to scream so much, you can't really do that.
Definitely. And I mean, Kelsey being the supportive player back there standing with Beth could just turn it around and be like, hey, scoreboard's still in our favor. Could be worse. But advantage for Kate Cameron for sure now in this end. She's got a great opportunity to get right back in here.
Yeah. I think this is about heavy hackish weight here.
Should finish really nice right there. There we go. Get a nice little roll there.
Hi, Coach.
Very good shot by Kate there.
Yep.
Important to keep those 2 yellows in the house, so Beth has to be really careful.
Yes.
Yeah. I think so. You just gotta.
And as I said, Kate's shot there is now shot rocks. Kate's sitting 1.
Nothing more. What weight do you like?
My weight must have been close.
Like bump?
There could be a double for Beth, but she has to make sure she hits this yellow right
Like an inch more.
so that she doesn't jam and then her shooter doesn't spill out.
I was like, oh, it's close.
Like she said, I think she's bumping it.
Okay, bump.
For
Yeah,
bump
bump.
bumper weight.
Yep.
I'm trying to roll like, yeah. Like just, like almost like.
If I
here,
have a
you know
choice
what I mean?
between saying board and bumper, I prefer bumper.
Oh yeah, I have all of it. I still like it. I'm just talking.
We need to get Beth on commentary.
Bump.
That's crushing commentary right now, folks. Destroying us.
She's maybe even outdoing Kate a little bit,
Yeah.
especially since, you know, Kate's mic's going in and out as well. That doesn't really help her case too much.
Helps for Beth better. Beth's mic for sure is perfect.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's picking her up perfectly.
Clean. Whoa.
Clean, like we said, always a nice thing to hear.
It's going to get that roll under pretty
Yeah.
much. That's a good shot.
Yeah. As you saw, the jam to the side, but they aren't concerned about the jam right now, sitting
Nope.
the two, so that wasn't something to worry about on that shot.
Yeah, that was really good.
No, I think they were a lot more concerned about the roll.
Definitely.
Kate might be able to nose that back red on the note
Good call.
and maybe get single. I
Yep.
Yeah, that's a really good spot. Rock over, half a little more.
I feel like at this point she really wants to just get back on the board here.
I think so
More
too. I
than
think
it
you're
was.
right. I mean, and the back-to-back steals now, and
Oh, we
just
had to
kind of
play
feel like you're getting some offensive scoreboard here.
We have to know.
So here comes Kate Cameron, her last rock here in end 5, trailing 2-4.
Well,
Nope. Off.
Kate might have overthrown this. Taylor's
Nice.
trying to save it.
Gotta save it. Might get, oh, no. Chips in and gives up the 2, so it's another steel pants here for Beth Peterson to pad her lead. Now up 6-2 after 5, and that's the third end in a row of stolen points. 4 stolen points in a row now for Beth. Huge.
Kate doesn't really seem as confident. And welcome back. And I was telling James something very interesting during the commercial break, the sponsor break. And I was saying how the 5-rock rule, as well as the no-tick zone rule, can definitely come into effect at this point of the game for Team Cameron.
Most definitely. You're never out when you got the 5-rock rule, and they are down 4. Yeah, the momentum has shifted to Peterson, but you can get that back. And we were just doing a little check on some of the scoreboards here, and we've seen a lot of 3s and 4s scored in this draw across almost every sheet of ice right now. So not hard to get right back in this game.
And Kate is being very smart with where she's putting her guards right now. First guard from Mackenzie is a high corner guard. So she's now looking for much tighter guard, maybe about a rough 3 zone.
Yep. We should say we got a final out here right now. Team Fujisawa steals again in 5, and they knock off Team Ab's 8-0, unfortunately there. So Fujisawa stays alive on the A side, and our Germans drop down to the B.
It's not surprising, first of all, because it's Fujisawa. We know how good they are. And also, Baike Beer, the lead for Team Abes, is currently injured, so she hasn't been sweeping as well. So that's affecting things big time for them.
Yes, most definitely.
Really can.
Very nice tight corner from Elias.
And we should say Michelle Jaggi also picked up a win earlier.
Yagi.
Sorry, yeah, good call. Picked up a big win over on sheet number 1, 8-1. So she will stay alive in the B side too.
And that's what Chelsea Carey basically calling the game.
Yep.
So Team Peterson's looking to draw a 3rd one into the house, but they have to be careful though. Any block that they can put into the house can be tapped back by Team Cameron, so they really have to be cautious.
Yeah, definitely got to be careful. Yeah, you're right.
There it goes.
When you're up 4, rocks in play is not always your best friend.
Yeah, and then as you can see in the background, Shinami Yoshida is just picking up her bag and whatnot after the teams finish their game. We're going to see a lot. I think we should definitely see a lot of Team Fujisawa in the stream this weekend.
I would think so, most definitely. Maybe Emmy was just distracted by the fact that Team Fujisawa has their coach, J.D. Lind, here, and you can't just help but being distracted by how great his hair is. He's just got amazing hair.
That is true.
So maybe we'll give Emmy an out there and say she's just distracted by how great JD's hair is. It's in the reflection of the ice there.
And I'm technically not saying anything negative though about Micah. Being a little bit of a tough situation with Micah being injured. And to be completely honest, they are kind of desperate for good results right now because a couple days ago they just found out that their federation was completely cutting their funding and they would not continue to pay.
Yeah, tough thing. And it's interesting, right? Because we also know there's a German Euro qualifier happening on the men's side this upcoming weekend with Team Totzig and Team Cap. So lots of eyes on some German curling. So hopefully we can see a little bit more support going back into German curling in the future with some great results from their men's and women's teams.
I really doubt it.
Come on, Austin, we're trying to be positive.
I know. Honestly, the way things have gone, I think it's an absolute train wreck, and I'm really scared about what's going to happen next.
Oh.
Speaking of being scared.
Speaking of things we would like to take back. Yes, unfortunately, a big miss there, and just what Cameron kind of needed right now. She needed a miss to kind of get this end back in control, and there was the miss. Now you got to take advantage of it.
Technically, I don't feel like I'm taking it back. I'm just proving a point.
I love it.
And we mentioned before that Team Galusha was pouring it on Ha. Ha just got 3, so that made the game a little closer.
Most definitely, yeah. 6-3 for Galusha playing they're only in the 5th end still. So there you go, right? Perfect example right there of a team taking control early and another team getting back into it. So that's Cameron scores 3 here, right back in this game, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's see where this finishes for her.
I think that's a pretty good spot there for Taylor.
Yeah,
14.
super nice.
You can hit it hard and kill
not
both.
14-5, 14-6. That's good.
As you heard Kate there with her mic, she's very happy with that shot. It was a good shot. Giving positive feedback to the team.
Giving up? Like you can make it. It's just I'd hate to step
Kelsey's coming down to have a chat here about this one. Important shot. Take some time, talk it out.
Like, it's very thin to dead net it. Like, you're like, you know what I mean? To dead net, like you're always trying. It's gonna spill. And play it tight. You take a guard, so you take a guard. That's fine. Okay, what do you want to throw it at? 9? Yeah. Whatever you like.
You hit it a little.
Yeah, whatever you see.
Smart play by Kelsey, right? That's where experience comes in. She took the time, got out of the hack, went down there instead of yelling back and forth. Still lots of games on the ice. Come down, talk to Beth really quick, make sure they're both on the same page. Very smart play. Well done.
Yeah, and this is one of those lessons that we're always trying to teach young teams that are just coming into the game, starting to play competitively. Don't yell back and forth with your skip, because that just won't help you. Like, just go back down there, take your time. You don't have to rush things.
Especially in a situation like this, there's 8 sheets of ice, 6 still in play. Lots of games going on, lots of conversations happening.
Cat.
Smart play there.
I don't know too.
Oh. That was just a bad throw by Kelsey.
Yeah, a bit of a
Really,
mess.
really positive. Positive is normally a good thing. Like, we're always trying to be positive, but when you throw a rock positive, it can be a bad thing.
A positive negative or a negative positive?
So, chance now for Megan to maybe put a second one frozen in there right under those yellows. And
Most definitely. Kate's got to be salivating a little bit now, because this is a good opportunity for her to get some of these points back in this end.
yeah, if it was me, my mouth would definitely be watering right now.
Definitely. There's good opportunity here. And now the finish they want right after they got by there. That's what they were waiting for. Just rubs, though, and pushes the yellow behind that red. So that red is now out counting the yellow.
Kate was caught between a rock and a hard place.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hit and roll under.
And she was trying to sweep it by the guard, but at the same time, just held it
10-5.
straight and just like nudged the yellow a little bit. Then all of a sudden,
Do you
your
like this broom?
end
Yeah.
might be gone here.
Yeah. And just getting that
No,
bad
you're
luck,
fine.
the fact that Peterson is now sending that third shot. All right, let's see what Kelsey does here.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hide. Good shot.
Where is it, team? Where's our rock? Where'd our rock go?
That's okay.
We're still looking for that rock. It's gone. We don't know where it went.
just
Oh,
miscalled that
there
one
we go.
because of the-
There, we found it. Thanks, team.
Okay, should've called
We
the wrong
found
one.
it, but we still have not found the lamb sauce. If you get that reference, you are really cool.
Yeah. I said you were third, so I didn't know if you heard me.
There might be a chance
No,
if
sorry.
Megan can get
We were.
across the nose and maybe just chip that red ever so slightly.
No,
Yeah,
we
this is
went
interesting,
straight
hey?
sideways.
Yeah.
A lot of rotation on that throw.
Way too much. Way too much.
Peeled it out of there.
Do you hate this? Is that or guard? But
Megan knows that she had 2 massive opportunities there.
make the play
The
on that.
first was bad luck, I would say, but the second was just a really bad
It's,
throw.
it's curling pretty good the second half.
Yeah, a little bit of, like you always talk about in sports, leaving the points on the ice there, and this has been an end that Cameron really had an opportunity to put some pressure on and score some of those points back, and they lost a little bit of
It really
momentum
curled
now.
the second half. We were really good
Peterson's
over
got it, getting it back.
Of course.
it. Okay. Like a 14-8.
Beth
Is that
still
good
has to
still
be
or
really
no?
careful, though. Again, you got to make sure you put it above the T line,
Okay. we're
because
fine.
Because you're letting Cameron off the hook, and if you keep letting Kate Cameron off the hook, eventually she will make you pay.
Most definitely. Here comes Beth with her first to skip stones here in 6.
Line. Line. Yep. You're good, you're good.
Got it by nicely. Let's see where it finishes. Just a little rub off there. But sitting 3.
This is desperation for Kate Cameron here. She's just looking for anything.
It's thinner than we're gonna think. It's like there, hey?
Yeah, this is a huge shot.
Thin 3/4.
Need to make this.
Of course, after this end, we do plan on once again updating you on the other sheets going on the ice. And some games have already ended, and there are some that are still pretty close.
Mm-hmm. How's your reading lips ability there? Did you see what Kate was saying there?
Not necessarily my.
I don't think that's a skill I've mastered very well yet.
No.
Here we go. Hear the whoa call.
That's been the tale of the game for Kate Cameron, honestly.
Good call. Yep, you're right.
Literally just touch.
This is honestly feeling like one of those games that you just want to park, you just want to let go.
I'm under, she can.
And if they can't come back in it, they'll be in the B-side tomorrow. It's going to be a new day.
That's right.
Get right back at it.
Is the one advantage of winning that morning game is staying in the A draw for this draw, and then the 4 teams that are going to lose these A games tonight, at least like you just said, park that loss, new day tomorrow, you kick it off in the morning, and you just go out and win again.
Because I'm always telling teams when they come off the ice, even teams that lost, rebound. You can rebound. Because that's one of the things that a triple knockout format does allow you to do.
Most definitely.
If we go here, it isn't, though.
Again, another smart play here.
You're good?
Beth taking the time to make sure her and Kelsey are on the same page.
Oi. I think we're going here anyways. Like, I'm not guarding that top one, so all she has to do is nose it. Yeah, I like it. Wow. Like, what sort of thing?
Another reason why Beth Peterson should be on commentary.
She makes our job really easy, actually. We don't have to guess. We know what's going on.
Because we're used to saying that about Kate, but like, she's always going to be analytical. It's just we've had a lot of problems with her mic, and it's been hard to hear her at times. We've been actually able to hear Beth a lot better, and she's actually the one.
Nice and chatty. We love it.
Mine's
Yeah.
good.
That's what we like as commentators.
Gotta curl a bit. Bullet. Bullet, make sure.
As they called.
That's basically a low danger spot. That's not a bad spot for it.
Yep.
And
I love the way Kat said that.
if this shot's not made, we could be looking at handshakes at this point, honestly.
Yeah, this is Kate's last rock here in 6.
Because if she gives up a steal or 2, good luck getting 6 points in 2 ends. That's going to be so hard.
This doesn't go, right? That's the rock and see what happens. Do you like it? I gotta throw a heater.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, the
There's
same
the
words
key
that
point.
came out of, like, from Glenn Howard in that 2009 Briar shot against Joel Jordison.
Nice reference. I like this.
Quad, but I don't really have a shot for one.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, as Kate said, she's throwing the heater, tempting potentially get the quad. There's no shot there for one, so she's gonna go all in here. Last rock in 6.
This could be highlight reel, or this could be last shot of the game.
The heat's coming down the sheet with this one, though.
No.
Not bad, though, really. I mean, at the end of the day, she's only given up the one there. That could have been a lot worse than what it was. So another steal, though. That's the 4th end in a row.
Yeah.
And like 7-2 now after 6. And there you go. The gloves are coming off. We've got handshakes here. Peterson is going to stay alive on the A side with a big 7-2 win over Kate Cameron, and a little bit of Manitoba bragging rights to Team Peterson now.
Absolutely, yeah.
What a game. Peterson, full control of that game. Like you said, it was the difference of the tail of the misses, and Beth's misses were few and small in between, and Kate's misses were just unfortunately on the wrong side of that court, so unfortunate. Austin, why don't you give us a quick scoreboard update before we say goodbye to this draw and let everybody know what's going on with some scores?
Sure thing. So, of course, we know Michelle Yagi won in, I think, 5 ends over Jessica Wojciechowski. We got an 8-5 lead for Michelle Englot after Stephanie Schmidt probably made a draw for 3 in her last in the 5th, so they're just finishing off the 6th here. We got a 2-2 tie still between Abby Marks and Jung Min Jae. Still 6-3 right now, Carrie Galusha over Ha Sung Yoon. Of course, our feature game just ended. Setsuki Fujisawa with the 8-0 win over Amira Abez. 5-1 right now for Serena Gray Withers over Taylor Reese Hansen. And still a tied game at 3 now in 6 between Momoha Tabata and Caitlin Bowman.
Excellent. Well, Austin, thank you. That was wonderful. Thanks for letting me sit in and do some commentary with you for that game. I had a great time. It was my first time doing commentary. I'm glad I was with a pro. Austin knows what he's doing, so thanks for letting me sit and chat with you. And we will be back tonight for 9 p.m. There will be another draw tonight. I will be back on this mic, so hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you don't, I apologize in advance. I don't know what to tell you, but I will be back at 9 o'clock. And Austin will be joining us again tomorrow on commentary. Is that correct?
Potentially, like, at least for the 3rd draw, if somebody doesn't show up, I might be pulled in to do something, one of the 2 earlier draws, but we'll wait and see what happens.
Most definitely. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for joining us, tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. We hope to come back, check out the rest of the draws. Another one tonight, like I said, and the draws for the rest of the weekend. Until then, happy curling and happy Thanksgiving to all of you.